Today we're gonna talk about the measure of central tendency and the measurements of dispersion and how we can apply this as a criminology student. But before we start, let us introduce ourselves. I'm Adrian Dimumo with my group, and we are your math buddies for today. In statistics, a central tendency is a summary measure that attempts to describe a whole set of data with a single value that represents the middle or centre of its distribution. And there are four measurements that belongs in a central tendency. These are the mean, width mean, median, and mode. Let's start with the mean.
The mean is the arithmetic average of all values in dataset and incorporates all values in dataset. It makes comprehensive measure and it is also relatively easy to calculate. Let's take this example.
A group of students scored the following marks on a test: 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. Calculate the mean score. To solve this, we must use the formula mean equals the summation of x over n. First, let's add all the numbers that are given: 75 plus 80 plus 85 plus 90 plus 95. This equal to 425. Next, find the n. We need to count all the given numbers in the problem, which is the total of 5. After this, divide the total for x and the n. 425 divided by 5 is equal to 85.
Next is weighted mean. The weighted mean is a type of average where each value in a dataset is assigned and a weight that reflects its relative importance.
A student grade calculated from the homework 20%, performance task 50%, exam 30%. If he has 86 grade for the homework, 90 for performance task, and 91 for exam, what will his overall grade? Let's make a first table to see the given. His grade for homework is 86, which is equivalent to 20%. For the performance task, grade is 90, which is equivalent to 50%. And lastly, graded 91 for his exam, which is 30%. To solve this, we must use the formula for the weighted mean. Weighted mean equals the sum of x, which is the grades over the sum of weights, and percent equivalent of the grade. Now let's solve everything. First, we multiply the x, which is the graded and the weighted percentage that the wheel symbol, so 86 times. Percent equal to 1720%, 90 times 50% equals to 4500%, 91 times 30% equals to 2730%. So this answer are the weighted grade or WX. After this, we must add all the weighted percentage, which we get the total of 100%. This is our W. Now we add all the answer of WX. Then we get 8950%. After this, divide the sum of the WX and W. 800,950% divided by 100% is equal to 85.5. This is his overall grade.
The median is the middle value in a dataset that has been ordered from smallest to largest.
Let's solve this sample problem. Calculate the median of the following set of numbers. We have 40, 18, 12, 30, 24, and 35. Before we solve, we must arrange the given numbers. After arranging the given numbers, let's solve for the median. We must use the formula x equals n plus 1 over 2. The n is the number of scores or values, and since we have 6 values, the n value will be 6. 6 plus 1 equals to 7, divided by 2 equals to 3.5. 3.5 is the position on where we should find our median. Next, let's go where the position is, which around the middle of 24 and 30. Use final formula to find the median. X equals the summation of x over 2.24 plus 30 is equal to 55. Then divided by 2 is equal to 27. And that's our value for median.
Lastly, we have the mode. Mode is the most frequently occurring value in dataset. It is the value that appears the most times.
To solve the mode, there is no formula. Instead, you're just gonna find which number is repeatedly appearing. Let's see the example problem. Find the mode of the following dataset: 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. The mode is the value that appears mostly frequently. In this case, the number 3 appears 3 times, which is more than any other number. Therefore, the mode is 3 and it's multimodal.
Now, let's talk about the measure of dispersion.
Now, let's talk about the measures of dispersion. Measure of dispersion describe the spread of variability of data points in the dataset. They indicate how much the data value deviate from the central tendency. Here are some common measures of dispersion. Let's start with the range.
Range is the simplest measure of dispersion, calculated as the difference between the highest and the lowest values in the dataset. The range is easy to calculate and understand, yet it is highly sensitive to outliers and only considers the two extreme values, ignoring the distribution of the rest of the data. Here is an example. Calculate the range of the following dataset: 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. In this sample problem, we must use the formula range equals highest value minus the lowest value. As we can see, 30 is the highest value and 30 is the lowest value. All we have to do is to minus both values. 30 minus 10. This equals to 20, which is the range of the sample problem.
Lastly, we have variance and standard deviation. The variance makes sure the average spread division of its data points from the mean. It provides a measure of how spread out the data is around the mean. The standard deviation is the square root of the variance. It is a more interpretable measure of dispersion than variance, as it is expressed in the same unit as the original data. Solving problem. Calculate the following scores: 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Find the variance and standard deviation. To solve this, we must use the formulas to solve these two. First, let's make a table to properly present the numbers and scores. The numbers and scores are the x to start the solving. We must use the formula for the mean to get a summation of x. 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 25 is equal to 75. Then divide how many numbers are scores, which is 5, so 75 divided by 5 is equal to 15. 15 is our mean. After this, we just gonna minus both our numbers and scores and the mean, so 5 minus 15 is equal to negative 10.10 minus 15 is equal to negative 5.15 minus 15 is equal to 0. 20 minus 15 is equal to 5.25 minus 15 is equal to 10. Since there is a squared exponent, we must multiply all the answers to itself. So we have 100, 25, 0, 25, then add everything, which total to 250. After this, we divide it with the value of n minus 1, which 4 divided 250 and 4, and we get 62.5. This is your variance. For the standard deviation, instead of going back and solve everything, we just gonna square root sign to our variance and we get 7.90569415. All we have to do is round up decimal to 2 decimal place Our so final answer is standard deviation is 7.91 since 5 up to 9 must around up the first number within it.
Measures of central tendency and dispersion are essential tools for understanding crime patterns, trends, and effectiveness of crime prevention programs. High variability in crime data presents challenges for prediction, resource allocation, and program evaluation, while low variability facilitates this task. By carefully analyzing these statistical measures, criminology can gain valuable insights into the nature of crime and develop more effective strategies for prevention and control. To encourage students to study measures of central tendency and dispersion, connect this concept to real-world application through engaging activities like data collections, interactive games, and collaborative projects, while using visual aids and storytelling to make learning relatable and enjoyable.
So that's it, guys. I hope you learned something about the measure of central tendency and dispersion. See you in the next video. Bye!